Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. Welcome to day 5 of my holiday gift guide. I hope you guys are getting a lot of good ideas on what to buy the bookish people in your life. And I hope you're liking that I separated it. I just have so many books that I want to share with you, and I think will be great gifts for all of the readers in your life. Today we are going to be diving into science fiction, fantasy, and some dystopian, one dystopian, I think, and get those on your wrist because we all have those readers in our life. And I have read some really good stuff this year that I think will definitely fit the bill for those type of readers in your life. The first book I'm going to tell you about is the novella, The Black God's Drums by P. Dejli Clark, and I must practice his name 100 times, and I still say it every time I try to say it fast on this video. And this is about, I love that it says on the front, it says, a mosaic of Haitian sky pirates. This is about Creeper, who is a young girl who wants to join the crew of a smuggler ship called the Midnight Robber. And the way she does this is she has some information that she overheard about a weapon called the Black God's Drums. And she shares that information, and then as you can imagine, it becomes sort of an adventure, in espionage sort of thing. And I will say that P. Dejli Clark has a new book coming out in February. So if you like this novella, or your reader likes this novella, there will be a new novella. I want to say that one's set in Cairo, coming out in February. And I have never read, you know, tour novellas are always like a punch of just brilliant story, great characters, well written, and worth every minute of your time. So this is The Black God's Drums by P. Dejli Clark from Tor Novellas. Highly recommend. The next is a series. Now, book 1 and 2 are out, and book 3 comes out in January. So if your reader really likes what you get them, January, they can pick up the 3rd. And that is The Bear and the Nightingale and the Girl in the Tower by Katherine Arden. I think the series is called, what is the series called? The Wintering Trilogy or something like that? Sorry, I don't even know. Yes, the Winter Night Trilogy. And I'll be honest, I am actually about 3/4 of the way through The Girl in the Tower. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. The Bear and the Nightingale starts us off. It's in a small remote town in Russia. Lots of snow. Perfect for the winter. Perfect for the cold vibes. Our main character is a young girl who can see sort of the spirits around her that guard the house, that guard the fire, that guard the bathhouse, all of those type of things. And she's considered a witch by many. Her mother has passed, and her father has married a new woman who is Christian and brings that religion into the household. And it is about the conflict between Christianity and the pagan religions of the people. There is a spirit that comes and is causing havoc around the town. And it's what she does, this young girl does, Vita, I want to say is how we say her name, but that's probably wrong. And what she does, she's great. She's independent. She's just so strong-willed. There's a lot of stuff about religion and faith in here. The Girl in the Tower it's blowing my mind. I'm enjoying it so much. I'm so sad that I can't just go get the winter. I think it's called The Winter's Witch, but I'm not 100% the 3rd book. So good. So if you're looking for someone who likes Russian fairy tale retellings, who likes strong female leads, I highly recommend The Bear and the Nightingale and The Girl in the Tower. These are out by Del Rey Books by Katherine Arden. Absolutely so good. Can't wait to finish the trilogy. The next book I'm actually recommending to you unread. However, my friend Matthew Sharapa raved about this book so much that almost all of my friends in America on BookTube bought it. The review was so outstanding. And that is Vita, Nostra by Marina and Sergey Dejli, translated from the Russian by Julia Matov-Hershey. This is out by Harper Voyager. So, because I bought this, and just look at that cover, just take a moment. Matthew's review is fantastic. If you're not a fan of Matthew Sharapa's channel, shame on you. And if you haven't seen his video, you really should. So I'm going to read you the blurb in this one. It says, our life is brief. While vacationing at the beach with her mother, Sasha meets the mysterious Farit under the most peculiar circumstances. The teenage girl is powerless to refuse when this stranger, an unusual man with an air of sinister, directs her to perform a task with potentially scandalous consequences. He rewards her effort with a strange golden coin. As the days progress, Sasha carries out other acts for which she receives more coins. As summer ends, her domineering mentor directs her to move to a remote village and use her gold to enter the Institute of Special Technologies. Though she does not want to go to this unknown town or school, she also feels it's the only place she should be. Against her mother's wishes, Sasha leaves behind all that is familiar and begins her education. As she quickly discovers, the Institute's special technologies are unlike anything she has ever encountered. The books are impossible to read, the lessons are obscure to the point of maddening, and the work refuses memorization. Using terror and coercion to keep the students in line, the school does not punish them directly for their transgressions and failures. Instead, their families pay a terrible price. Yet, despite her fear, Sasha undergoes changes that defy and dictates the matter of time, experiences which are like nothing she has ever dreamed of, and suddenly, all she could ever want. That sounds awesome. Matt listened to the audiobook of this, so if you have an audiobook reader in your life, Vita Nostra by Marina and Sergey Dejli. There you go. The next is a trilogy, again out from our friends over at Tor Novellas, and that is Zhi Yang's books. What are they called? I can never remember the names. And this is the Tensorate series. It starts with Black Tides of Heaven, it goes to Red Threads of Fortune, and then The Descent of Monsters. They have written just a trifecta of books that are just so good. The Black Tides of Heaven introduces us to this world. It's very interesting. It's got an Asian flavor as far as the magic and the societal setup. What's really cool is that the main characters are a set of twins. You are born genderless in this world, and then you choose your gender when you are older. There is a ruler who rules with an iron fist. One twin stays with that ruler, and the other one joins the resistance. Each book furthers the story, but you are focused on different characters. The third book is actually told epistolarily and different, but it's more of like a mystery. All of them are very, very good. I will say the first one is excellent, but they get better with time. Highly recommend. And that is Zhi Yang's The Black Tides of Heaven, The Red Threads of Fortune, The Descent of Monsters. A trilogy is always a good purchase. Fits real nicely into a little box. Definitely. Highly recommend. I love them. I read them all this year. To get to our dystopian book, let's go with Severance by Ling Ma. Love this cover. This is what happens after the world is sort of taken out by this airborne flu. Our main character lives in New York. She runs a blog before and after sort of the disappearance of people about New York, about sort of the beauty that it is and what happens afterwards and the beauty of it being empty. It's a satire really on this idea of people and what happens in times of crisis. In addition to her sort of build up to when the event occurs, we find her in present time for her, joining a group that is on the hunt for sort of this Mecca land. People get sick and sort of just start repeating the same tasks over and over. It is really, really good. It's one of those books that I want more people to read because I haven't actually been able to discuss it with many people. And I know that when you finish, you will want to discuss it with someone. So if you get a copy for a reader in your life for Christmas, get yourself a copy and definitely read it with them because I have a feeling you guys are going to have a two-person book club and you'll love it. And so that's Severance by Ling Ma. And this one is out by FSG. It's so good, you guys. I want more people to read it. Last but not least is really the most, I would say, epic fantasy on my list. And that's 12 Kings of Sharakhai by Bradley P. Beaulieu. And this is the first in a series. I think they're going to be like 6, and as you can tell, they're chunksters. This is set in a sort of Middle Eastern sandy world. Our main character is a young woman who has been orphaned, and her desire to take out the 12 kings that killed her mother. I don't want to say too much about this. If you want to go back and look in my past videos, you can learn a little bit more about the plot. I will say, totally amazing world building, great main character, great intrigue and plot twists and everything you want to know. Gods interfering, yeah, it's really, really good. And it's going to be for those people who want, in your life, who want a book that is just the start of an amazing series. I think 4 books, 3 or 4 books are out already. And I know he's just finished a middle grade novel, I want to say. So that's 12 Kings in Sharakhai. I think it's called just 12 Kings in the UK. And that's by Bradley P. Beaulieu. I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry, Bradley. And this is out by Daw Books. There you go. Okay, so those are my science fiction fantasy. Oh, this pile is so huge. Science fiction fantasies are usually so fat. And I am highly recommending all of these for your reader of this genre in your life. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Come back tomorrow for video number 6 in my holiday gift guide recommendation series.